Hey guys, let's disassemble a drum. It goes the same way as the other drums you pretty much did. You want to take it one way and work this spring out, just like so. My other bench has got a place for this drum. I got it sitting on the edge right now with my chest up against it, holding it steady. I don't feel like moving the tripod and everything over to the other bench. But what we want to do is take everything out one at a time, set them to the side, because we won't be we're using none of these crutches. Because we got all new crutches. The kit we are using in this build on this and is a Stage 3 LS kit, which is a pretty good deal for it. I mean, you don't get a lot of stuff. It's basically an overhaul kit, upgrade kit, but it's a pretty nice little kit. As you can see, we had a lot of friction not doing what it's supposed to do. A lot of flipping going on here. So far we found that transmission was way out of tolerance. If you watch any of the videos on just this transmission, there are a lot of transmission videos. On this one, they left out spacers, well, and just a bunch of just different stuff. You know, and it's just ain't. We're fishing everything out one at a time. I'm setting them all to the side. Now, as you can see, in mine, these ain't got anti-clunk springs in them. Thought it did. Just look over that comment late night. Here's your spring. I don't know if you watched my other videos on this or not, but that spring, you can press down on this spring cage, and you take a pair of snap ring pliers, and you remove this spring. Now, once you remove that, your piston comes out. And that's what we'll be doing next video. It's removing the piston. I'm joking. It's going to be in this video. So, what we're going to do is, I got a tool. We just mash this spring cage down, and then take a C-clip off, and I move tripod out of the way. So, as soon as I get that removed, I will finish the video up. Once you get your C-clip removed, pretty much, that's this little thing. You can set it to the side. Your spring cage will come out. That's our spring cage. Set that to the side. Next is your piston, which is actually, there are a couple pistons in this thing. Sometimes you can use air. Sometimes you can just pull them out like so. And as you can see, there's our piston. Got tons of clutch material down in it though. And we can set this piston to the side. And finish pulling out other piston, which is right there. Come here. About that, I had to go over to my other bench. I laid a towel down and I thumped this easily against upside down and thumped it, and it came loose. That's another cool way to do it. I just didn't feel like fighting with it. So, does that. Your other piston goes inside of that. Just like so. Now you can upgrade to molded pistons, like the 4L60E's got. But some people do, some people don't. I prefer it. I do. That's your other spring. That goes under here. And this big bad boy right here comes out. Just like so. And now, oh yeah, before I forget, Take it back to the bench if this piston is stuck. Lay your tail down, smack a couple more times, and you can get it out. Because there's 3 of them. 4L60s got molded pistons. You can pick them up for about $30 for all 3 of them. Can't beat that. You can't. Now you want to clean it out pretty good. That's for sure. As you can see all that stuff down in the bottom. Right there. That's from the old lip seal. That is not needed enough. All that needs to be cleaned out. Okay, let's assemble a drum. We already got the first piston lubed up. This is a molded piston. You can get these for 4L60Es. It's a great upgrade for any 700 R4 whatsoever. They just fit on just like so. Look how easy. Now, the next thing you want to put in is your shell. Just like so. Then your spring cage sets in there. Make sure it's nice and level. Then you need to put your piston into here. Well, we got that lubed up. This is a piston. It's a molded piston too. If you can see, molded all the way around. It's for a 4L60E2. You can pretty much just twist them, and most of the time they will go right in. If you can hold it since you lubed it up. Alright, we're going to have to use a lip seal tool a little bit. Shouldn't take much at all. Okay, once you go around it, you can get it installed. Rub it up good. You can see the molded piston works 110 times percent better. Now, these wind up one notch and one opening. Pretty much quite simple. And it goes the same way down. Sometimes you gotta press on them. Okay, we got that. Comes out of piston, which is right here. Lube hit up good too. Take you some assembly lube, put some put some get it all over the place like I do. That's a joke. So lube it up good. Sometimes these are a pain, sometimes they ain't. Molded pistons always are a good upgrade. There you go, people. Look at that pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Very pretty. Very pretty. That's a joke, by the way. Okay, first thing you want to do is get your bushing put in there. Sometimes you have to take a little bit of hammer, push it. You want to definitely replace that anytime you're doing this. Next is your ghost crutches. Coast crutches, same thing. Whatever you want to call them. Which will be a spacer, got 2 grooves. Then your crutch. Right here. And then you got another spacer. Which is this guy. Right here. And then you got another crutch, which is that guy. And then you can go ahead and install this right here. Make sure your bearing is on it. See your bearings like that. You want to make sure that bearing is definitely on this. Then you spin it till it drops down. There we go. Drop down that time. Okay, once you get that, you want to go this big guy right here. He's next. Okay guys, hopefully I got enough battery juice to finish this off. Next, once you get that, you want to make sure that after you get that plate is to put the regular, I call them spacers, but before you want the thick spacer, and then you want this spacer, then you want a clutch. Then a spacer. Then a clutch. Spacer. And a clutch. Then a spacer. And a clutch. Then a spacer. Then a clutch. Then your backing plate. And as you can see, we put it even with this where the clip goes. It's almost just a little bit, pretty much perfect. Okay, next is this foot plate. It's got little foot, some of them sticker, some of them depending on your transmission. They pretty much wide right on there, just like that, right here, if you can see, just like that. Then comes cushion spring, goes in one way. Now it's time for your spacer. Clutch. Spacer. Clutch. Spacer. Clutch. Spacer. I don't know why I keep calling them spacer, but they actually are shim, so. Clutch. Here's a spacer again. Clutch. Now, if you can tell, we need another spacer and a clutch, but what come out of this is we're missing one. So, to tell the parts transmission, like everything else on this transmission we've been rebuilding, ain't been installed right. Okay, finish up what we need. Here's the one we found. It don't exactly match what we had, but will work great, if you can't notice. So I'm just showing you. See, that's the one we put in it. It's a little different year right here, but it will work out beautifully. So then we go back to clutch. Yeah. Okay. Then we go back to spacer, clutch. So if we want, it should be, you can tell, clutch, spacer, clutch, spacer, clutch. Just like so. And that's how it should work on yours. Now once you get that clutch, it's time for the backing plate. And that big bad boy is right here. There you go. And as you can see, we are even with the top of this. Just where we want to be. That should give us enough movement. It should. So let's check everything, and then we install. Okay guys, that's pretty well got this assembled. We had to work with a fitment a little bit, but we got it lined out now. We ended up stacking another shim, and it fixed all the clearances the way it should be, and actually a smaller shim. So everything's good on this input drum. So the next step is pretty much assemble the rest of the transmission, the valve body. We done got inside of here. You can't see, it's a little dark, but that's all I'm going to do for tonight. And be sure to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, if it was helpful. And until next time, I'll see you then. Take care and bye bye.